Hello. Give everyone a few minutes to hop in. We're going to do collective reading today, as per usual. Okay, got all my stuff. We'll wait for everyone to start filing in. Collective reading today. I see you coming in. Come on in and have a seat. Hey, Matt. How are you, love? It has been a busy day. Hello. Everyone's starting to come in now. We're streaming to YouTube and to Facebook. We're going to try that one out for a while. We are going to change up the schedule because now I'll be Monday through Thursday with the schools. So I'm thinking I'll probably do our lives on Friday or Saturday, which will allow for more folks to be able to hop in. So that'll be nice. So probably Saturday. Seems like it would work best for all involved. So we have some folks that aren't able to join on our lives whenever they're on Mondays or Tuesdays because they are at work. I'm doing good. Just been getting a lot of ducks in a row, taking care of a lot of the 3D stuff. So fun. Holly should be coming in soon if she hasn't already. I don't see a comment from her, but hey, what else is new with this technology not wanting to show me comments? Hello. I see you guys coming in. There we go. Okay, we'll go ahead and start, and people can just catch up. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. This is the Age of Light, of awakening, of knowledge and wisdom coming back. Thank the goddess, right? I have been seeing people's asses lately, not the literal sense, but people be showing their asses. Like, you guys, I went to town to do grocery shopping the other day for the first time in a very, very long time because I've been just kind of staying here local in town. And there was an intersection. I had the stop sign, the direction opposite me had the stop sign, and then the intersecting road was there. They had no stop sign. This person was stopped when she had the right of way. Like, she was not supposed to stop, and it was like she was waiting on me like it was a four-way stop or something. And I'm like, go, it's your right of way, go. And she didn't go. So I was like, okay, screw it. So I went. And I continued driving, just minding my own business. Probably about a half a mile up the road, she like catches up and gets on my ass and proceeds to try to swerve in front of me to get me to wreck into the back of her Beamer, her BMW. And she did that like 3 different times. And I'm like, you know, I'm spunky, okay? And road ragers, I don't lay down for them. So I'm like speeding up, slowing down to try to prevent her from trying to get in front of me again. But she was trying to wreck into the side of my car. So she did that to the car in front of me too, because then she couldn't get in front of me, and it was a whole thing. It was insane. But for no reason other than I was like, it's your right of way. Go. Okay, you're not gonna go, then I'll go. So nuts. People are nuts. Hey Mike, how are you, love? So people are showing their ass. They're getting crazy. you know, the like I've been talking about for the past couple of years, the murky undergrowth, the murky, nasty underbelly of everything has to surface. And um, mental illness or imbalance is going to be coming to the forefront. So be mindful. In case you guys encounter something like that, this Mercury retrograde, because people are crazy. So, you know, if you're not like a NASCAR driver like me, please be careful with your driving skills when it comes to other people being crazy in traffic. Good to see you too. So, the age of light, we are the age of light where the mirrors, people are going to just be pissed off in our presence regardless. If they've got some low frequency shit, it's going to come to light. They're going to be more aware of it on some level than they normally would be. So, this kind of acts as that provoking aspect to where it's just going to trigger them even being in your presence in any way, shape, or form. So be mindful of that, especially right now, like I said, with the Mercury retrograde. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So take a mental health break wherever you need to. Um, go easy on yourself right now and on others, because others be crazy and it's not always their full fault, right? People are traumatized and don't know how to heal, don't know that they need to heal, don't do the healing work, whatever. Excuses excuses, but people are going to be running out of those, okay? Because I mean, you're seeing the split right now. You are definitely seeing the polarity in people. You can see more of the good coming out in people because of all of the negativity that's happening, and then you're seeing the seething hatred that's seeping out of people's pores for the same reasons. Okay, this is the split Dolores talked about through her work, and so many other spiritual teachers and gurus and just people in general have been talking about for quite some time. So it's becoming very apparent. Don't take everything so personally, okay? Especially with Mercury retrograding right now, because that throws a wrench in the gears of communication, because Mercury is the planet of communication. So stay grounded, baby. We got the Queen of Pentacles here, and her counterpart, the King of Pentacles, is showing up right over here closer to the middle of the reading, but we'll show him too. So we've got the King and Queen of Pentacles talking about balancing our masculine and our feminine. Even when this King of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, King of Swords is in the reverse right behind the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Um, this is like the story that I just gave you. Been a flare at my ear ringing so loud. Oh wow, yep, that's your that's your frequency tweaks happening. Um yep, there you go. So people are going to be acting unhinged. They are, like, we've seen it. I've seen it. I know y'all are seeing it too, especially if you've been paying attention to collective happenings. Um Lots and lots of people are becoming unhinged. The masks are falling at a rapid rate. Like, we've got so much happening just in the US right now, not to mention across the rest of the earth plane. Absolute atrocities, things are being highlighted, attention is being brought to areas that have been kind of glossed over or, tried covered up. Covered up. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Covered up. So all of these cover ups are coming to light, like with the quickness. This is rapid pace. Hi, Steph. So people are getting out of pocket with you, with others. Empress also showing up in the reverse. This is the things that need to be brought to light, the things that need to be cleared before we can actually birth this new earth into existence, beloveds. Watch them, beloveds. um and that's why the Empress is showing up in the reverse. Hangman also in the reverse. We've got a lot of, you know, significant cards right right at the beginning of the reading. So this is enlightenment. Like, she's no longer hanging upside down, sacrificing of self to gain enlightenment. All the sacrifice has been made. The enlightenment has been obtained, and now we're just waiting for the part where it's time to birth, because right now with these rapid fire revelations happening, all of these things coming to light, that is when the contractions begin to get closer and closer together, right? And it's like we have so many every single day. It's like 20 brand new bombshell revelations that are happening on the daily, just worldwide right now. It's insanity. We're seeing all of the seeds that have been planted against us, and those are being uprooted. Okay, we've planted new seeds. We're nurturing those seeds even through the difficulty, the tight squeeze of laboring to deliver this new earth into being. That's why they're like, take a break, take a breather, sit down, take a rest, calm your tits, or just one of them, and relax, because the age of light, yeah, it's amazing. Light, awakening, all of this information, all of these truths coming to light. But you know what? With the world that we've lived in, hey, Ben, for so long. It's so funny. We've got all of the masculines in here right now. I don't think we have one feminine in here yet. That's amazing. This is unprecedented, you guys. It's like all the dudes are just hanging out. It's a sausage fest up in here with me. The energy has been crazy, staying away from people in general, skipping my Christmas supper at work tonight. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, I don't blame you. I'm listening for the cats because there's an orange cat that's been coming around. I had to chase him off my front porch yesterday because he was trying to fight Loki, and Loki's getting older. So yeah, I chased him off with a rake and beat the rake on the fence to scare him away. So I'm just trying to see if I have to run out there and rescue my old kitty. I don't hear any more cat meows, so we should be good. So yeah, it's people, like we've talked about before. It's not all love and light, and completely just ignore the shadows, or pray them away, or love and light them away. That's not how this works. Things come to light. You're gonna love it regardless, because it's all for the highest good. But you're not going to love a lot of the revelations that are taking place. And that's where we're meant to take action. We're not meant to sit here, be quiet, and just like meditate, love and light, and, just that the light itself will take care and fix everything. No, we're living in a tangible realm, right? In the 3D, if you want to call it that, realm. So it takes fucking action. It takes speaking up. It takes advocacy. It takes knowing what the fuck you're talking about, which apparently today I don't. But all of these bitter shadow seeds that have been planted and propagated and, nurtured in their own way to make our reality take shape as it is and has been for quite some time, we're removing all of those. We're seeing everything. It's coming to light. It's not taking root. It's not nurturing the entire place. It's invasive species. Okay. Invasive species. So we are in the process of becoming aware of these invasive species and eradicating them. Light and praying and meditating and all of that. Yes, it is wonderful. Yes, that's, we're eventually going to function in more so that way, not fully, because it's still going to be a tangible realm for quite some time until evolution eventually gets us ultimately to more light realms. But you have to get up off your ass and do something. You have to get up off your ass and fucking say something. If you want change, enact the change. You're in a tangible realm. You see, you're here for that reason. So take action wherever necessary, whether that's your voice or actually doing something. And I know a lot of you are. I'm preaching to the choir here, but still, all male male cats in my physical entourage. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And Duncan has been every single day. He comes and he snuggles with me every evening in bed. So, and that's a huge thing because usually, you guys know, he usually ignores me unless he wants fed or wants me to let him out. So he's been coming and spending quality time with me every single day for like 2 weeks now. It's so cute. Um, so embracing my masculine, I guess. Um, 10 of Wands, also bottom of the deck energy. Ooh, 10 of Swords right behind that. So endings, conclusions, new beginnings. The swords are truth, spoken, knowledge, wisdom, things like that. The wands, we're laying down that heavy fucking burden and we're moving forward. We're moving away from what is no longer functioning for society as a whole. And we are coming into union with this Two of Cups right here, baby, with our ultimate highest good. Look at that. Two different colors of skin and they're holding hands. Wow. Go fucking figure. Like, we're removing all of these invisible dividing lines, skin color, culture, where you were born, dividing lines of countries, borders. Like, come on. We're all of the human species. There's only one race, and that's the human race. Okay, that, I mean, there are multiple. We're not going to get that deep into it, but talking about our fellow humans, um, we're removing all of these dividing factors. And the only way that we can really see that the dividing factors are there is when they are more in your face, right? Whenever they are brought to your actual awareness. Because a lot of us don't function in a way that we see these dividing factors just being our normal day-to-day selves. You know, we see others and treat others as equal, and they're, you know, at least for me, that's never really a thing. So it's really hard for people like us, like me, to understand and to grapple with that those things still do exist, and they very much do. um I mean, it's happening all over so many countries, so many G sides, so many, you know, people hating others for their beliefs, their existence, just for existing. Okay. um so these things have to be brought fully in our face, and they have been brought to our awareness. They're playing right in our face with most of it. So we have to be the ones to put our foot down and say no more G side, no more unaliving people for any fucking reason, right? Just because you want their land, or the commodities that their land provides, just because you don't like them because their skin is brown or green or fucking purple. I don't care. Like, no one deserves to be treated less than, because we are all the same. We are all of source. We are all of the same race, and that's the human race. Well, I mean, not all of us. There are others that are here with us, but y'all know what I mean. Recently I had to stop following someone in the spiritual circles. They got very political. I was like, nah, not listening to more division. Yeah, it happens, you know, it does. And people just have to, you know, heal through that. They have to come to their own realizations about that. And a lot of people they're getting there, you know, they're getting there, but they still have these hangups, these dividing factors. And it's going to be exacerbated until we get to that tipping point where people are like, oh, it's affecting me. Oh, racism or elitism or otherism or whatever fucking isms. Oh, now it's affecting me. So now I see that it's not a good thing. Now I see that it's a really bad thing, because now I'm impacted at a personal level and I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. So sadly, we're going to have to continue to go through some of this shit for others to awaken to similar things. But yeah, I get you. The political division and all of that, it's insanity. It's bullshit, because left wing, right wing, they're the same bird. They're doing the same coup. They're all friends with one another. They're all, you know, grabbing dick and ass and grabbing each other up at their little orgy parties and weird shit on their days off. So they're not really, it's a show. They're marionettes. And they're not the ones pulling the strings. So yeah, sadly, all of this, the politics and everything, has to take center stage for other people to realize and see, hey, it's not one party versus the other. It's not this or that. It's all of them motherfuckers are corrupt. They're all bought and paid for by the others who actually control the scenes, that are buying our politicians, buying our countries, and sending our people to die in wars that they're starting because they want to get an extra $500 billion a year, or however fucking much. Yeah, Bubba, I saw that. Saw that. Yeah. Yep, sure did. But it wasn't who they were thinking of, apparently, allegedly. I don't know. I mean, I could see it. I could see that being true, but I could also see it being, a conclusion that was jumped to, because there are a couple of other Bubbas that I've heard of. So just the funniest shit, man. Like, but yeah, you saw the picture of him grabbing him by the draws, by the front of the draws. So they grab each other and do weird shit that we are not privy to as the general public. But yes, we've all seen the patterns, Matt. Like, I mean, most of us, a lot of us have seen the patterns, not in, across the board in the grander collective, but the collective of us who are awakened to those kinds of things have patterns for a very long time. So I get you. But we are surfacing all of this shit so that we can heal it. Four of Swords, take a rest, again, take a breather, take a step back from politics, from social media, from whatever. If it's causing you mental imbalance, if it's causing you any kind of negativity, help heal yourself on that, because whatever is triggering you is coming up for a reason. That's your cue to go within, to heal it, to sit with it, to work on that shit, and to let it go, or to speak the fuck up. Sometimes you are provoked so hard that you will speak up and say something like, I don't have like the biggest platform in the world, but I sure will whenever I get, my time. I will speak up and talk about things. So just do what you can, where you can, whenever you're guided to. And if you're feeling provoked in some way and it's not about any kind of shadow work or anything like that, fucking speak up, because someone needs to hear what you have to say. But Nine of Pentacles that actually came out of the deck. This is what we're moving into. This is abundance. This is, having everything that we want, need, and desire. And we're going to be desiring different things. Yeah, we want much of the same as far as progress and invention and creation and all of those amazing things, without the being in debt and being a slave to society and having to, being forced to do these things and being consumers of everything. Consumerism and capitalism, it's dying. I mean, shit's dying out. Capitalism, this is the glass ceiling, baby. We're busting through. So of course it's going to have to come crashing down all around for those who haven't been able to see it right in front of their eyes. But we don't run ahead. We don't mock them for not being aware of or seeing things the way that we see them. We can, wait for them or give them a hand up, speak some truth, even if it's going to piss them off, even if it's going to trigger them, because then they're going to go back and they're going to think on it, because they're going to mull that shit over and they're going to be so upset and they're just going to replay and replay and replay, right? That's where the enlightenment comes in. Okay, so when you trigger them to think, when you trigger them to go within, just because of something that you said that doesn't jive with the programming that they have, they're going to experience that cognitive dissonance. We've talked about that many times. They're going to experience cognitive dissonance, and when they do, it's like this is their long held belief, and then something else comes in and it completely throws off and busts apart everything that they thought that they once knew. So they're going to have to go back and pick up some pieces and connect some dots for themselves. So that is going to push them to think, right? So that's going to plant that seed for that awakening. If it happens, within 5 minutes, great. If it happens within 5 years, I mean, it's going to take them as long as it needs to take them, because that's their own path, that's their own journey. But we are not going to be in prolonged descent, difficulty, dystopian part of existence. Some will, and others will not, because this is that splitting. This is the old earth and the new earth, splitting. So there will be those of us who experience the higher points of existence, the high Chris, the higher frequency existence on the higher frequency, the new earth. And then there are going to be those who are still, having to wallow in their shadows for a little bit, and in the collective shadows for a little bit. And that's okay. It's very similar to someone on the spiritual journey. Like whenever someone is completely unawakened, you care for them, but you kind of have to go your own way for a while. You plant the seeds, and then you kind of live your life, and then they may catch up and come back around. They may not. So let's try not to throw too much shade. Okay. But that's on you. I mean, that's your decision. I'm not going to tell you what to do, what not to do. But this is that deep replenishment that has been so necessary for so long. Right behind that, no, wait, postpone, pause, or say no. So it's okay to say no to things that you do not have the bandwidth for at this time. This is the time for you to protect your energy. Thank you, Rio Blanco Omni. I don't remember your name, but I know that you're friends with my buddy, Mikey Jackson. I haven't ever seen you in my lives before, so thank you for joining. But deep replenishment is needed. Stop overcommitting yourself, okay? Stop overcommitting yourself, especially when we're in a period where all of our energies are very, bogged down. We're very much slowing down. We're entering in the northern hemisphere. We're entering into the winter months. And in the winter months, it's time to go within. It's time to go into hermit mode. Perfect timing for that card. The hermit showing up to gain that enlightenment, gain that wisdom, and stop giving so much of ourselves to others who likely, Laren, thank you. Yes. Hello, Laren. I don't know if I've met you or not in person. My memory isn't the greatest, but possibly. So go within, stop overcommitting to things, because a lot of us are very low energy right now, especially with Mercury going retrograde. Okay. There's going to be miscommunications. Oh, especially like over today and probably the next couple of days, we do have a black Lilith, or a black moon Lilith Kazemi today. So that is going to be like shoving some things to the forefront, communications that maybe we've been putting off, maybe we've been avoiding those, but things that need to really, take place, conversations we need to have, separations, removal of people from our lives that really needed to happen, but we were kind of dragging our feet on it. I know that from your Facebook page. But I'm not a drinker, so I never went to the bar. But I did have your ribs one time. Someone bought me some ribs and they were really good. So things are going to be triggered. King of Cups in the reverse. This is all about, we need to balance our emotions, especially because it's a masculine energy. Okay. The masculine energies, and I'm talking to all you men's in here because I still don't see a female in here today. This is crazy. I think this is the first time ever that we've done a live, you guys, and we didn't have at least Holly for our female in here. But y'all know men suppress their emotions. Men are more apt to be emotionally imbalanced because of the suppression of emotions, because they've been programmed that it's more manly. There you are, Lori. Hello, another female. I told the guys it's like a sausage fest in here. There's so many men in here. I didn't have one single female. And that is like the first time ever that that's happened since I started this over 2 years ago now. So y'all, especially you men, okay, I want you to balance your emotions, because anger comes from a place of fear, sadness, resentment, those kinds of things, and can well up and misfire whenever you should be perhaps experiencing I'm not going to say you should be experiencing a different emotion, but it's translating through your anger response rather than through a more balanced approach. So if you're feeling triggered in that way, try to bring yourself back to center. Don't suppress the emotions. That is not what I'm saying. You need to feel through every single emotion, but you need to get to the root of it so that you can uncover, why is this translating to anger when something like someone stabbing me in the back that I thought was a really good friend or family member or partner or whatever, that should translate more to something like sadness or, betrayal, not go immediately into anger and lashing out and, being that toxic masculine energy. So if you are triggered in that way, anger is not a bad thing. I'm going to say it again. Anger is not a bad thing. And I've taught this before. You guys know this if you watched me for very long. Anger is a very powerful emotion, and it is a very valid one. And it can get a lot of shit done if you harness it and apply it in a way where it doesn't impact others negatively. Okay. You're not going to be able to control that. If someone needs to be impacted negatively by your anger for their own highest good, so that'll send them on their own spiral to self-awareness and whatever they need to find, then that's their karmic rebalancing, and you will be used in situations like that. But being able to make that decision from a more balanced state, even when you're being actively triggered, is going to be a superpower for you, because if you're in a balanced state and you can decide on how to use that and how to apply that emotion, that's the harnessing and applying it where necessary, okay, where it's going to have the most positive outcome, regardless of whether it looks or feels positive in the moment, because it's not always going to. It's especially with anger, it's not going to, like, almost ever. So hello, Lisa. How are you, beauty? We've got some more females coming up in here. I've been telling the dudes it's like a sausage fest. I had all guys for like the first like 20 minutes of the reading, which, I don't mind. I love my dudes. Get along with them perfectly. My best friends, a lot of them have been males all of my life, so I'm not knocking you, not talking shit. I welcome all the dudes. I am so glad that you guys are all watching this and, open to readings and emotions and all of the things, okay? Because it's not pussy shit, it's not bitch shit, it is adult human shit, okay? You need to know how to balance your emotions properly. It's not just a girly thing to have emotions. Humans all have emotions, and we're a very, very powerfully emotional species, compared to other species of humanoid in our universe. I'm happy to see you too, Lisa. So balance those emotions. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Again, let the emotions happen. Okay. Don't try to hold them back. Don't try to hold yourself back. You got to feel your emotions if you're going to release them. Emotions are energy in motion. They are not meant to be bottled up and stuffed down and held on to for so long. And that's exactly what you're doing whenever you are not giving them the validation that they need. You're not allowing them to move through your body and get them out. You can express them with your, emotional expression. You can express them by, getting them out of your body, expressing them by going to the gym, working on something, doing some housework, going on a walk, going on a run, get that energy going somewhere instead of trying to shove it down, because it's only going to have a bigger explosion later. And if you've been suppressing emotion for long enough, it's going to come out like an atom bomb. Okay. So allow the emotions to exist, allow them to express through you. Yes, even cry, because that is healing waters. Your tears are salt and water. Water is the most sacred thing in existence. So it is literally purifying you. Salt is very cleansing, cathartic, and it's also very protective. So you can be a big, strong warrior protector man and still cry. Those tears are your magic spell. Those are cleansing you of any emotion that might fog up your ability to to think logically in any given situation. And the salt from them is sealing that protection into your skin. So think of it that way. Don't think of it as something that's a weakness. Allow those things to happen. Breathe, okay? Take a deep breath and blow it out loudly. Okay, sigh it out, get it out loudly. You cry almost every day lately. That's good. You're definitely doing a lot of purging, and it's so necessary at a lot of times in our lives. If you're having like a season where you're doing a lot of crying, or you're emotional but you're also trying to bottle it up, this is for the men that try to bottle it up, or women do it too. Okay, I've done it most of my life, so I know I'm very masculine. So I'm right there with you, dudes. But if you are in a particularly emotional season of your life, there's a lot that you need to release and let go of. There's a lot that you need to allow to move through you, because if you don't allow it to move through you, it's just going to fester. It's going to cause an even bigger wound. It's going to get rotten. It's going to get nasty, and it's going to come out all nasty too. So, instead of doing that, it's a better option to allow those tears to flow, allow the healing waters to flow through you, allow the emotions to be expressed through you, because once they're out of your body, they go off and they continue moving somewhere else. Okay, emotions are energy in motion. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just shifts and changes. It transforms. And this was next to the other ever unfolding rose. So transformation, you are in a great period of transformation. We all are. We are all in this huge, very significant period of transformation. So emotions are flying. Everyone's got them. Everyone's feeling them. Everyone's expressing them. It's Mercury retrograde. Even more shit, chaos, shit from before that you didn't even realize you were still carrying around with you. All that baggage is coming up, and you might feel like an emotional basket case. And maybe you are today. That's okay. All right. Deep replenishment. Remember, say no to things that you don't need to commit to right now. Do not overcommit yourself. Take a break, right? Take that break, because as the light is shining on this plane and all the shadows are fucking surfacing and screaming, we're being affected by that. We're being impacted by that. It's not a good time. Okay. This is not a good time. It's like bumper cars on steroids, but everybody has rocket launchers too. Like, it's insane. So just have grace with yourself, have grace with others. That does not mean excuse their behavior. It means set even harder boundaries and say, you're not going to step over this one. Not today, buddy. Because no, because the cards said no. You will not tread on me, right? King of Wands in the reverse. You are not going to come around here acting a fool, acting enraged, and expecting to get something out of it. We don't build structures like that anymore. That's why everything is screaming. That's why everyone is screaming, because all of the structures that were built off of that toxic, masculine, patriarchal bullshit are crumbling. So along with that, you're going to have those emotions surfacing, that King of Cups in the reverse, right? You're going to have that shit surfacing. Thank you, Laren. I saw that. The tip that came through. Thank you. The only way out is through. And the only way you're going to get through these stormy, troubled fucking waters is to maintain your balance and keep your head above water as best you can. And that means, I don't know if you guys saw my meme from a couple of months ago. I'll have to repost, or I'm sorry, a couple of years ago. I'll have to repost it. But when you struggle to stay afloat, you will sink. That's the way that it works. When you fully release and allow your body to float, you no longer have that resistance. You're no longer being dragged down. You are now floating on the water, able to breathe, able to rest. Because I don't know if you guys have been in a situation like this, but I've been in several drowning situations. And whenever I was fighting to stay above water, I was getting sucked down even more. But whenever I just allowed myself to float, because your calmer head has to prevail, your fight or flight instinct, that freak out moment that you have to logic over it, right? You have to bring that logic in and say, hey bitch, you need to calm down because you're gonna die. You need to let go. You need to lay your head back, ears underwater, and that can be scary for some people. I get it, especially in larger bodies of water. Ears under the water, and you just relax your entire body, and the waters will carry you whenever you are not fighting against them. Okay? So, this is your time. This is a period of transformation. We're transforming all of these heavy, dense emotions, all of these ugly, negative, shit situations that we found ourselves in this day and age. It's all going to surface. We've got to transform them. We have to transmute all of this shit. That's what we're actively doing as a collective. There are so many people speaking up, advocating, going in to provide aid for people that are experiencing tragedy and difficulty. There is so much goodness that is surfacing right now. And y'all know, if you've been watching me this long, you know that I've always talked about when some kind of a disaster hits and negativity starts happening all around. You have the helpers, you have the people that don't care if you're gay or straight, they don't care if you're trans or if you're cis, they don't care what color skin you have, what fucking side of the bird you identify with politically. They don't care. They reach their fucking hand down and they pull you up out of that water. I'm thinking of Katrina. Okay, because that was like a major thing for me, impacted me so deeply, was Hurricane Katrina, and the amount of people that risked their lives to go and save their fellow humans and didn't ask them any of them questions. They just pulled them up out of those waters, sorry. That had the most impact on me. I was only 18, 19 when that happened. And I was pregnant, so it's incredibly impacted me. So when these awful things happen, yeah, you're going to have these people that are looting. You're going to have the ones that are taking advantage of the situation. You're going to have the ones that are going to try to get whatever they can get out of it. Think of our higher government right now, not just in the US, world governments. How can I benefit from this situation? But you're going to have even more people rushing in. How can I help? What can I do? I can, I'm good at XYZ. I can provide these kinds of services or help for others. Where do I sign up? You have way more of those than you have people taking advantage of the tragedies. Hi, Katie. Love you. Oh, awesome. Just finished her group meditation. The Great Gathering. That's the card that I was trying to show you guys while I was yakking. It's all coming together. Intuitive Hits and Soul Tribe. We are gathering en masse, okay? We have done this before. We've prepared for this for lifetimes. Remember that first card that came out with that Age of Light? You've prepared for this for lifetimes. We all have. We've been here through Lemuria's crumble, through Atlantis, but through their golden ages too. So we have the soul experience to come here to blow this fucking shit system up and rebuild brand fucking new. Because we've created golden ages before in other civilizations and other places, not just this plane. We have so many other worldly souls here to help with this shift, to do what we can, where we can, to uplift humanity, because we love humanity that much. Because in the grander scheme of things, we are all source. We're all just threads of the tapestry, the greater tapestry of what is, of all that is. So we heard the call. We said, it doesn't even have to be a question. I'm there. What time am I born? What day am I born? Let's go. Let's do this. And we didn't even care that we had to experience some of the darkest childhoods and experiences, maybe not childhoods, not all of us, some of the darkest experiences before we had the energies that we needed to first work on and transmute for ourselves, to heal through that, to then help to heal the greater collective. This is not a coincidence. There are so many awakened individuals here right now for this great earth show. King of Pentacles, I'm going to gloss over him again because that masculine, we got to anchor that divine masculine energy, not the wounded masculine, not that toxic masculine garbage, patriarchal bullshit that's been spoon fed to us since we opened our eyes. Okay. Fragments of the same diamond. I love that. So anchoring that divine masculine, the divine masculine is the protector. He is the one that is the calmer head that prevails. Okay. He sees clearly. He strategizes. Okay. He takes action only on something that's going to bring him the bag, him a return on that investment. Okay. And also looking out for the highest good of all, not the highest good of self, not how can I best benefit from everyone else and stepping on them. No. It's what is best for the good of all, not just self, the good of all. Okay. Six of Pentacles right next to him. That's that reciprocity, that equal give and take. In order to sow that reciprocity, to really make that the commonality of this realm, first we gotta bust shit up. Three of Cups in the reverse. We have to cut ties with people, places, and things that do not reflect our true beliefs, our true energy frequency. Okay. We're bringing down the house. The whole fucking system, it's collapsing for a good reason, because the system that's in place only benefits the highest 1%. And I'm not talking about frequency or anything like that. I mean the 1% that has hidden everything from humanity as a whole, who have hoarded all of the wealth, all of the well-being for themselves at the detriment of the 99%. That is not sustainable. That is not a sustainable system. They knew it was going to collapse at some point. They've been knowing for millennia now. But of course, they're going to fight to try to keep anything that they can of that system in place because they're still benefiting from it. So we have to break the cycle. Where was that? Oh, bottom of the deck over here. Break the chain. Breaking the fucking chains. The chains that bind us. The chains that enslave us. You thought slavery was over? No, it just transformed. Just like Rome never fell. They just transformed into the Roman Catholic Church and transformed into religious authority that is invented. Religion is invented. You can hate me for it. I don't care. It's invented for control, for authority, to place you at the bottom of the totem pole, to have a middleman to get to the sky daddy, to be able to get your blessings or, whatever it is, whatever. We have to break the chains. We have to break through. We are all enslaved. This plane has been a slave planet. Okay. So that is why we're here. That is why we're gathering. We are powerful. Humans forgot how powerful they were because they were deceived into thinking that they were bottom of the totem pole. The Chain Fleetwood Mac. Yep. I got that song on my playlist. So yeah, blare some Fleetwood Mac and get into the spirit, because the shit's gonna crumble regardless of whether you're ready for it or not. It's been crumbling like behind the scenes, and they've been trying to make us think that it hasn't been, but trust, it's been going on for a very long time. So anywho, Eight of Swords right next to that Three of Cups, both of them in the reverse. So the Three of Cups, we talked about being crashing the system, breaking up the systems that have been in place. We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. This is not being afraid. This is seeing the reflection, seeing the truth, and not being afraid anymore, because this is in the reverse. In the upright, that is being afraid of your own fucking reflection, right? It's being afraid of whatever is being mirrored back to you, whatever is being observed in your immediate environment. That's in the reverse today. So this is overcoming the fear of all systems crashing, okay? Of everything that's functioned a certain way for what we know for the past several thousand years, okay? And certainly what we've been acclimated to in this lifetime, okay? So what is known, we cling to. We want to continue, we want to keep the government the same and just put different people in. Those different people can still be bought. They're bought and paid for. There's a line of them, you know, it's a revolving door. You're going to find more and more and more. You have to break the system, and then you have to rewrite it in a way that's going to benefit the whole, not the 1%, the whole. Okay. And you're going to have to work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. That's new moon, baby. That's new energy. That's a new cycle beginning. But you're going to have to work through these fears. You're not fearing them anymore. You see them. You're facing them. Now it's time to work through them. And that's like whenever we talked about earlier on in the reading, whenever you're triggered and things are surfacing, it's not denying those emotions, not denying those triggers. It's getting to the root of it. Why are you here? What have I learned from you? What can I learn before I can release you fully? Forgiveness. Bringing light to the dark. Letting it go. Forgiveness doesn't mean that it's okay. It doesn't excuse behavior. It doesn't gloss over everything and be like, oh, it's all good. It's fine now. So ready for the new moon? Yes. Same, girl. Same. Forgiveness is, yeah, I know it happened. Yeah, it really fucking sucked. Yeah, I really fucking hated it. No, I don't like that it happened still. But you know what? It doesn't hold power over me. That can't give me a bad day just because I remembered something about that situation or about that person, or that I was reminded of the fact that they're still breathing, not impacted by it. That's forgiveness. It's not, oh, it's okay, do it again. Yeah, no, it's fine. No, it's, you're not going to fuck with me again, but you're certainly not going to fuck with my day by living rent free in my head. It's letting it the fuck go, but also taking what you learned from it and not allowing it to happen again. And some things no one has control over that happen, and I get that. I'm not even saying anything about that. But Ascension, bottom of the deck. Ascension. This is, you are rising. You are ascending. Lyra's confirming that. She's meowing now. And what do you know? We have another Three of Cups, but this one is creativity with 3 cups. Okay. Card number 39, 369, because 6 is contained within 9 itself. So this is a card that talks about creation. Truthfully, 369 is on there. Creation, creativity. That is, you cannot. She's meowing too. That's awesome. You can't create very easily if you're holding on to these stale, stagnant, heavy, nasty emotions, frequencies, baggage that you're carrying with you. It's going to taint your creations as well, because your creation comes through, you know, it comes from the soul part of you. the quantum part of you comes through the crown. It filters through all of the chakras before, creation. We associate with the solar plexus chakra, and that's also your confidence, which is really cute because we got this Leo new moon here with confidence as the key to your success, emanating that beautiful solar plexus chakra energy. But you're not so free to create when you're not in a balanced state. Okay. So that's why we talked about balancing the emotions, addressing the triggers, allowing those emotions to move through you instead of holding on to them. Forgiving, letting go, not meaning that it was okay, not meaning that you're excusing any kind of behavior or happenstance or circumstance or anything. Okay. But it's just saying, you know what? I'm confident and I'm powerful, and I know that you can't ruin my fucking day just because you crossed my mind. You don't hold that power over me anymore. And that, my friend, is power. Okay. That's not okaying anything. It might have happened. You might have hurt me, but you don't get to direct the way that my life goes anymore. And that's a powerful fucking stance to have. Home, also bottom of the deck. Card number 44, master number 44. For the Northern Hemisphere, wintertime, we're generally retreating within our homes, especially if it like snows like it does here usually. It hasn't snowed here yet. It's amazing. Not in a good way. Global warming sucks. But you could be more focused on home, on your stability, on, maybe getting things in order for the holidays if you're going to be celebrating those. Working on here, first and foremost, this is your home. This physical vessel houses your soul. Okay. So working on emotional balance. 44, that's pretty fucking balanced, right? It's even 4 and 4. Okay. And that's really funny because they're like, look at the bottom of the deck. New romantic cycle begins with the new moon in Libra. It doesn't necessarily have to be about romance, though it can be. You can be rekindling with a partner. You can be sparking a new relationship with someone new. But above all, this is being in love with your life, with your home, because we're creating, we're decorating, we're doing all the homey shit because it's getting to be colder weather in the northern hemisphere. And I understand that not everyone that's watching is from the northern hemisphere, but okay. Home is also here, the physical vessel, getting right, getting balanced within here, not allowing external circumstances like world events or politics or, you name it right now, literally it's happening. Not being so impacted that you cannot function, right? It's being okay here, even though everything out here might not be going so swell right now. Masculine energy is showing up again here, and it's got the integration card, which is card number 33, right next to it. So we're integrating that masculine energy because we understand that masculine energy isn't what we've been spoon-fed and programmed that it is. That's toxic. Okay, that's patriarchy. That's the inverted masculine. That is not the true divine masculine, because the divine masculine nurtures, okay, does not destroy. The divine masculine protects, does not attack, does not provoke. Okay, there is a major difference. So there's a lot of people that are being triggered right now, both male and female. Doesn't matter how you identify as your gender, whatever. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us, and we need to heal and balance both of them, the masculine and the feminine. The feminine is receiving, is creation, is, being able to reach into the quantum, grab that idea, and then anchor it into our world through creating, through taking action steps with the masculine energy to create, right? So we are integrating that masculine energy. We are bringing that masculine into center, creating confidence rather than the lack thereof, which is a lot of times where that wounded or toxic masculine is exhibiting its behaviors from, is the lack of power and having your feelers hurt and feeling threatened because you're lacking in power. So you overcorrect that. We all do. Masculine is within all of us. Doesn't matter your gender. So confidence is key. And all of these moon cards that came out, all three of them, new moons. New moons. All three. This is a new chapter. This is a new phase. The astrology for the upcoming week hasn't happened in thousands of years. It's insane. Like, you're going to see a lot of crazy shit happen over the next week. I mean, to be expected, because we've been seeing crazy shit happening for a long time now. But more specifically over the coming week and then following that, there's going to be a lot of revelations. There's going to be a lot of like feeling like you just got slapped in the face with some truth that you didn't realize was there, didn't realize that's what was happening, or you knew it was happening and now it's finally being spoken out loud. Finally, there is tangible evidence. There's all of these things. Okay, shit's gonna get real. It's gonna get real chaotic, real crazy over the coming week. So this is why they're saying break the chain, number one. But wait, postpone, say no, do not overextend yourself right now. You need deep replenishment. Okay, you need to take a fucking break, baby. You need to sit down, you need to hermit, you need to go within, and you need to just balance out these energies and tell people to fuck off for now. Okay, unless it's something that has to be prioritized, then it's time to go on the back burner this week, because there's going to be some crazy shit popping off, and I'm here for it. Let's ride this roller coaster, baby. Let's go, because I have been sick of this bullshit patriarchy since I took my first breath in this body. So I can tell you, I, for one, am excited. I'm ready to get down with the motherfucking get down. Let's create this new motherfucking earth, and let's never look back, because I don't know what y'all was on whenever you decided to create this and then incarnate here over and over and over and over and over again on this wheel of fucking bullshit. But baby, it's time to go. We can't do this no more. But yeah, so that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it was a bit more animated. Got a lot of friggin' energy today. For some reason, I've been doing so much shit today. I did all my hiring stuff. I am going to be working with the school district beginning on Monday. So if you guys weren't here in the beginning to hear that, I will be working with the school district starting Monday. It will be Monday through Thursday, the same schedule that my children have, because this school district here is amazing, and all kids only go to school Monday through Thursday. So I got the same schedule as my kids. I will not be doing lives Monday through Thursday anymore. I mean, any of those days, Monday through Thursday is what I'm saying, because I haven't been doing Monday through Thursday for a while. But I will make sure to do them probably on Saturday, and that way more folks can join. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Katie. I love you. So yeah, next week we will not be doing this on Tuesday. We will probably be just moving everything to Saturday beginning next week. So I will not see you guys on Tuesday, but I do have a live coming up on Friday night. This coming Friday, we're going to do individual readings. So if you want to get a free 2-card reading, join us. And if you want 5+ cards and have your reading done live, then send a tip to my Venmo, PayPal, or my Cash App. They are all listed on my Facebook page in the little event. I created an event for it and everything. Val, hello. How are you, honey? How's everything going on the home front? Let me know. I've been meaning to reach out to you, but I've been so busy getting stuff in order, getting things taken care of. There's, hiring on with a school district. It takes, I guess, and I haven't had. I've worked for myself for the past 15 years, so I haven't had like a job where I have to go and like fill out paperwork and shit. So there's a lot of that, a lot. So yeah, if you guys want to join me for live readings, then that's going to be a Friday. You can subscribe to the event or however you do that on Facebook. Click going to the event so you can get reminders and notifications. But yeah, you can show up and get 2 cards for free. You can drop a tip and you can get 5+ cards. Get yourself a nice long reading live with the Soul Tribe here. So I love you guys so much. I have got to get going here in a few minutes because I got to go pick up my babies. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on Friday.